As web designers, we can wear many hats, especially as it's very common to feel like we have to do it all, that we have to be able to expand our services in order to grow and to be able to help these businesses to keep up with demand and to be better than the competition. And then when we look at the web design workflow, it's very easy to ask ourselves, how can I make this all happen? Is it reasonable for me to be able to do it all? So today I want to give you another option for how you can run your business in a different type of role that you can take on. So if you are not interested in actually doing the projects and the client work yourself, or maybe you just don't want to do all of it and take on everything yourself, but you still want to be able to offer these services and be able to provide real value to your clients, this is a role that you may want to consider. Now, there's two important things that I want you to keep in mind when you think about this. As with any decision you make in your business, make sure that the decision that you make is going to move you one step closer to where you ultimately want to be. So if you want to be able to work from home and you want to be able to work completely by yourself with no team involved, you're going to make very different decisions than the business owner who wants to have an agency with 20 different employees. So make sure that the decision that you're making is taking you to where you want to be, and you're not making it just because you saw someone else doing it, because what they do, well, it's just completely irrelevant to your business. Also keep in mind that where you start doesn't mean that that is where you are going to end up. It is okay to change and adapt, and it's okay to also identify where you want to be, but start where you are now, and then every step you take is going to put you one step closer to being able to officially step into that role that you want to take on. Now, the other role that you can consider is that of a project manager. And in fact, this is now where I spend the bulk of my time, partly because this is what I enjoy the most. This is what makes the biggest impact for my business, and it also makes the biggest impact for the clients' businesses as well. And then the team handles the rest of the process. Now, I will note this is not at all where I started. I love design, and that's what I wanted to do, to be able to use my creativity to make these amazing websites. And being the introvert that I am, I just wanted to stay completely away from lead generation, having to talk to people in the sales. And now it's really flipped. That is the part that I love the most, because I know that this is actually a helping process, and that is really what it's about. And so I love the strategy and the challenge that comes with this. And so as a project manager, your job is to focus on the first two phases of the web design workflow. This is the prospect qualification, where the client is coming in. You are determining whether or not they are a good fit for your business. You are landing that deal. And in the second phase, which is the website planning, this is where you are pulling everything together that you need. I've covered that in a separate video, to make sure that you are putting together a plan that is going to help that business achieve a specific outcome. From there, you are able to take the rest of the process and hand that off to one or even multiple people, and then you oversee that process. And this is why I talk a lot about having a web design workflow process here, a step-by-step process, because this is of course going to be very important for you even as a one man or woman show, but this is also very important, especially if you want to be able to expand out, that you don't want to do all of these steps yourself, that you are able to hand these off to someone else and know that they're going to do the process the same way that you would, so you're going to be able to generate the same outcome. Now, for some roles you will need people who have more skill, and other roles then, well, those people don't need as much skill, they just simply need to be able to follow your process. So it's going to vary by the phase that you're in. So if you want to move towards becoming a project manager, take it one step at a time. Start with the easiest, smallest role to be able to hire if you have not hired before, and bring on a VA, a virtual assistant, to be able to handle a small portion of the process. I use a virtual assistant for the quality assurance process, to review the website when it is ready to go, before it goes live, to make sure everything is exactly as it should be and there'll be no issues at all with the website. From there, then you can start to expand on. You can bring on a web designer. You can bring on the web designer first. This is your business and you can design it any way you want, but take it one step at a time. Don't go out and say, yes, I'm going to hire a web designer, web developer, a virtual assistant, and all of these different roles. Start with one. But at the end of the day, remember that this is your business, and more importantly, this is your life. So start by thinking about what you want your business to look like, and then make decisions based on that. You may be in a different role today than where you ultimately want to be, and that is okay. Every day you'll be moving one step closer to that role that you ultimately want to be in. Let me know down in the comments below if the project manager role sounds like something you would be interested in. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.